Hey, guy. Do you think I overdid it with the merch? Hey gamers, it's me, Shinobi Nando, and as you can tell by all the Destiny stuff behind me, and believe me, this isn't even a small bit of it, I'm quite a big fan, or I was. And that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, because I know a lot of you, especially those who followed me in my first or second year of YouTube, followed me because of this, because you subscribed because of that, the collector's edition of Destiny 2. We were all hyped, we were all excited, thinking that yes, this is going to be Bungie's return to form, it's their second chance, our saving grace, and we were all disappointed for various reasons: lack of content, microtransactions, removal of contact, whatever. That's not the purpose of this video. This video is to go over what a lot of you, I feel, might have missed. A lot of people I've spoken to on Discords and social media seem to have missed the big Shadowkeep announcement. Now, for some of you, you're going to be like, oh, Nando, Shadowkeep, why do I care? Why would I even care? Bungie are just doing it again. They're just selling me another expansion. Hear me out. I'm going to go over the fundamental changes, then we'll go over the gameplay changes first. I feel like they're two separate things, but both are related and newsworthy. So the first thing that you have to note is that this is the first expansion post Activision. And even Luke Smith and everyone else, they can't outrightly say everything was Activision's fault, and not everything was. Let's be honest, there were a lot of things, but there were things that were clearly Activision's influence. Or as Bungie likes to call it,
capital R reasons.
Again, I'm not saying Bungie is saying everything is Activision's fault, but there are clearly things that happen or decisions that made or influenced creativity, how the game was sold to you. And one of the first things to bring up is cross-save. Guys, we are getting cross-save. They announced a partnership with Google Strata. I hope I'm saying that right. What happening there means that you can download it on PC if you got it free during when they were giving it away. It will come to Steam exclusively now. And yes, your game will come over if you already have it on Battle.net. It'll go over there, which is related to something else. Destiny, at least Destiny, vanilla Destiny 2, is becoming essentially free to play. Now, there are people in this community that are going to be a bit upset, and they've already vented on Twitter. I think this is a brilliant thing. This game's 2 years old. It's already been given away free multiple times. It's been on PlayStation Plus for free. It's been on Battle.net for free. It was given away. So, you had 2 years with it. 3, technically, by the time Shadowkeep comes out. I don't think we really have a leg to stand on to be mad. It's an old game. It's no different between something else going on sale, going games for gold or Game Pass or Humble Bundle or anything like that. But it's a good thing, guys. Trust me on this. It's a good thing. It's going to increase the player base. If you ever had a friend that didn't want to try Destiny for whatever reason, they didn't want to pay money, play 40 hours as the Vid Doc says, pay 40 hours just to catch up to you, to potentially play with you. They don't have to spend any money now. They just get it. They get Curse of Osiris, they get Warmine, and they get vanilla Destiny. That's it. And again, this will relate to crossplay. So if you have a friend who's PC only, you can upload your character or however it's going to work and play with them on PC and then come back to, like myself, Xbox One or PS4. So if I have Destiny base free to play, I can now download that on PlayStation and play it with my friends. I won't be able to do all the DLC I've bought. I can still play Gambit. I can go to Mars. I could go to the moon. You can even go to Shadowkeep's moon. You could do patrols, you could do public events, you just can't do the story, the new strikes. You can only do Leviathan Raid. It's a good thing. This business model works on multiple levels. I'm personally a fan of it because it's repairing a lot of damage and poor business strategies that the reasons kept them from doing. This feels like they're essentially saying, like, we always maybe wanted this kind of business strategy, but like Activision was like, you gotta sell a season pass. You gotta sell that, push that DLC. As one of them says in the video, we can't have people coming into year 3 Destiny and discovering they need 3 different SKUs. That's what happened in year 3 Destiny 1. If people wanted to join you, they were confused on what to buy, so they had to release like the Destiny collection and tell people get that, and if you already had it, what to upgrade, how to. So no longer. Going forward as well, they said they're scrapping that. So if you don't buy Season 8's annual pass or whatever, battle pass, whatever they're going to call it, it doesn't matter if you don't have 9, you can still buy 10, a la carte as they call it, Luke Smith called it, and still play all the activities. So if they introduce Venus and you don't buy the Venus DLC, you could still go to Venus, your friends. So you can still play with them. Just when they're like, we're doing the Venus raid, you're gonna miss out. But again, that helps Bungie because it showcases, oh look how cool Venus is, and maybe you're gonna go buy it. They've already said Shadowkeep forward, there'll be no exclusivities, so no like strikes or exotics locked to PlayStation. That deal will end. Everything will be simultaneous release. So again, a lot of good news, and that's why I want to cover that first. So a lot of businessy things that obviously Activision or reasons were blocking. This also seems to relate to the story because the next thing they said that was not gameplay but kind of is, they admitted on this Vid Doc that they always wanted to be like an action MMO or RPG, and they were too afraid of like embracing that label and losing what Luke Smith and Dado funnily called Johnny Twin Sticks. If you're not such a massive Destiny fan, or if you just can't play it casually, or maybe you don't dive into like Reddit or articles or things like that, you might not have known that there was a leak that basically, and I'm going to use air quotations a lot in this video, I apologize, and I'm Canadian, so I apologize for apologizing. But there was a leaked writer or former dev or creative lead that left and apparently went on Reddit and leaked that the story massively changed. Activision wanted it changed. They were afraid that the story they had was too complex or too boring for Johnny Twin Sticks, who he wants Call of Duty, wants a 5-hour campaign, and then he wants to play multiplayer for 500 hours. And that's where a lot of Destiny players believe that the main story got scrapped. This is evident by looking at one character in particular, Uldren, the Prince. He was originally known as the Crow, apparently. You can see this in the early E3 trailers, like when it was first announced. That's why he looks like a hunter. If you ever wonder why he looks so weirdly different from all the other characters in the Reef, he looks like he's wearing hunter armor. He's basically wearing, what's it called? The protocol armor set, right? So it's kind of weird. Why does he look like a hunter? He's clearly not a hunter because now he's a hunter. We know now he's a hunter after the events of the so many cursed weeks. The big cutscene. I'll leave a link in the description to that. And the reason I bring that up is Dado did try to pry into that because Bungie again are also known for like too many branching storylines. This new DLC seems to be trying to like converge them slightly, as it's almost like a celebration of the past. Eris Morn releases Nightmares, and it's old villains. You can clearly see in the Vid Doc and the trailer, there's Ghoul, there's Crota, Gary, sorry. There's the Vex Gate Lord, there's other people that we've beaten. But yeah, back to the RPG mechanics. So armor is going to vastly change now. It's more cosmetic, and then you pick the armor mods and slots that you want. Kind of like crafting in an RPG. So what I imagine will happen is you'll discover the armor as you normally do. You'll pick it up in an engram, break it down, you get that cosmetic or transmog as like Diablo, and you can wear it and then pick and choose what armor slot. So if you want to be better at a bow or use a hand cannon, you can look how you want. You can look at whatever you want. You like the year 1 Trostland or EDZ armor, the way like the survivalist. I could break that down, get the transmog, put it on something else. Or if it's the other way around, I go and repurchase that armor and then I mod it with like, I love using a bow, so here's some bow slots. And that's exciting because that is very RPG, that's very min-max. Now don't worry if you're not into that. They said like the gameplay mechanics is going to be the same. This is going to, in my opinion, this is going to bridge a very, very big gap. Because you have your RPG players, you have your middle players like myself, who kind of like, I like shooters, I really love RPGs. And then you have your like shooter guys, right? And your skill will still let you beat people. You're still going to be, a sweat in Crucible. It gives him or her the chance to kind of catch up to based on what they're good at, just like min-maxing, grinding, finding the best stats. If they're particularly good at only one weapon, they can mod an armor. So they got like, they were saying like you could grind, get better and better and better and better mods. So like, I've increased my reload speed with a hand cannon by an extra 8% than I normally would, and that might just give them that little bit of boost to kind of even the odds. And you could do the same if you're a sweaty guy. You could start to learn the RPG mechanics, so you can leave them alone. Speaking of which, they're trying to maybe divide the classes a bit more. We're getting melee flourishes, I believe they're called, or final attacks, where like the hunter will spin and stab people with dual blades. The Titan will do a Superman punch. The Warlock will kind of do like a Kamehameha force push nonsense. I hope there's more than just these 3 animations. I hope that they are related to your subclasses. I'd love to see a flourish with the arc staff, just like the way the current can kind of do the uppercut. Maybe he brings it out and stabs or pokes or something like that. I'd love a hammer one where, like, you want me to put the hammer down, bam. But again, it's more division of the classes, and I think Destiny 2 really had that problem where a Titan, when we were sold this game, guys, whether you play this as a shooter or you like to think of it as a light MMO or you want it to be more RPG like me, we were sold this with, like, the classes will be different. A hunter is fast, DPS, agile, a rogue, your typical rogue, and Titans always stayed at the wall unless summoned, and they're the guards and shields, and they're armored and they're slow and they're hulking and can take damage. And Warlocks are basically wizards, and they're glass cannons. They do a crap ton of damage, but they can't take a hit. And what we actually got was Warlock recovers slightly faster and has a floaty jump, and a Titan with max resilience maybe survives 1 or 2 shots more than a hunter with max resilience. And it's the class abilities helped a little bit to divide them, right? Like, you got your healing rift, your empowerment rift, your barricade, so you are a bit more tanky. But the grand scheme of things, it's just a different type of jump, really, and super. And that brings us to the actual DLC itself. This is going to take place back on the moon. The way Luke Smith described this is he wanted to go back to the moon and bring back old villains, nightmares, but also add a lot of new things, because he wants to rebuild the foundation of Destiny 2 after the reasons, with a capital R, have left them. So they've got full creative freedom. So I'm super hyped about this. I'm super hyped about this. I'm honest to God, like, I went last night, went to a party with my group of friends. We were playing, we're discussing it. I have one friend we kind of drag along every once in a while when the new DLC comes out, and I kind of play it like that as well, if I'm perfectly honest. I kind of ramp up as the DLC comes out, play it, get disappointed, switch off. But this one really seems like it'd be game changing, and the fact that it's going to be free to play, the base game anyways, so more people can get involved, and friends that I always wanted to try Destiny who have been put off, especially like, I don't want to pay for it, they can try it now. They can come play Gambit, without me saying like, oh, this is my favorite mode. Oh, did you not buy Forsaken? All right, okay, wait for a free weekend. Cross save. I have a lot of friends on PC. They always wonder why I still play on console. I'm so lazy, guys. I like console, I'm not gonna lie. But now I can play on PC, so that excites me. Or PS4. I used to be on PS4. I originally got PS4 Ghost Edition, and now I can go back and play with my friends there, or they can come across, or whatever. It doesn't matter. I can play everywhere now. Bring it out on the Switch. Let's bring it out on the Switch. I'll play it on the go. So going forward, we have a ton of new content. They're again keeping the darker theme of Forsaken. They're not going to go lighthearted again. We're bringing back Erismore. We're bringing back the moon. We're adding to the moon. There seems to be like new hive, the Shiva-esque hive. It almost looks like, or something's wrong with them. They're red. The art design and the direction, the music, everything they said, they want this to be more like how the moon should have probably been, and how the hive should have probably been. A bit more horror-esque. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you guys going to give New Light a try, or are you going to give the DLC a try? Are you going to sit and wait? I mean, it doesn't matter regardless, because like I said, you can still go to the moon. This is going to be pretty cool in my opinion. So I'm really looking forward to it. So please subscribe, because if I get that collector's edition, which I can only get off the Bungie store right now, there should be an image coming up, I will definitely be unboxing that. And we're going to be doing more Destiny videos and more Destiny streams now. I feel revitalized. I'm a happy fan again. For now, who knows? But I can feel the claws no longer there. Let me know what you think in the comments. Give this video a like if you made it this far. I really do appreciate it, guys, if you watched it all the way through. And subscribe. You might as well. You made it this far. See you later, guys. Bye.